Hello everyone, this is Arvind from PDF4me, and this is all about the mail merge automation along with Power Automate. So the PDF4me is our product which provides various automation actions along with Microsoft Power Automate. And so this is all about the mail merge functionality which is already there in Microsoft Word. The same thing we are going to achieve through automation. So here there are more use cases, and for example we have Excel that contains a number of rows of data that's supposed to be merged with email or letter or any kind of word document. And finally that document has to be mail merged with the list items which are there in the Excel, or sometimes the data can be in a JSON file, or some other use cases. May Some people may have data in a SharePoint list item. So we are providing multiple actions for different use cases, and you can see all those use cases here. And let's say now for this instance we'll take mail merge with the data file that produce list of docs, which means this action can produce multiple documents in a single API call, which means that your Excel or JSON file may contain n number of rows, and this can automate mail merge functionality with your own Word template, and finally produce multiple documents according to the row items which are there in the Excel. So for that, this action inputs are these four parameter. The first two are about the data file which can be in XLSX format or in JSON types. And so in a Power Automate workflow, we must able to get this Excel file from your storage location, and we just need to map the file content and file name in the top two parameter section, and the second two are template file data and template file name. This is all about how definitely you must have know about the mail merge. It definitely need a template document to that contain the placeholders for various data items which are there in the Excel or JSON. So that file, template file data and file name supposed to be mapped over here, and that's all here. So this will do do a mail merge internally and produce number of pages, a number of files, not a pages, number of files it will produce. And you can make use of those file list of files and however you want. For example, this mail merge action, if your template is a Word file, then it will produce a Word document. And in case if you want to convert to PDF, you can add another action. We have a convert to PDF. So this action will do conversion from Word file to PDF file, and finally you can store this output files to any storage account, whichever you have. This is all. This is all about the overview. I'll quickly show you a Power Automate template which we have. Yeah, so this is all about a Power Automate workflow I have created for the demonstration purpose. And each workflow may get triggered based on two types. One is scheduled manner, and other one is based on the triggers. The scheduled one, if you know, you can create any workflow that get executed every day at some time. For example, you can set your workflow that's supposed to be executed every day 9 a.m. Then it's a scheduler stuff. You will be in the beginning, and whenever it reaches 9 a.m., then the subsequent actions will get executed, and your workflow will be automatically completed its own job. And this case we have another option like triggers. The trigger is like it's like a listeners. For example, this folder, this is my personal Dropbox account, and I mapped this folder. And what it mean is whenever I upload a file into this folder, So I can set any folder by choosing from here, and this trigger will listen to this folder, and this whenever a file is dropped into this folder, this workflow will get executed. That's all about the trigger. So this will be your excel file dropping location initially, and once you uploaded excel files, this workflow will get started, and the second action is get word template file. So this is all about your own storage where you are having templates as in you may have any kind of templates for email purpose or reports purpose or for any form data or whatever it is. So finally the word document may contain this kind of placeholders. This placeholders is nothing but our mail merge field, that's all. So this field name should be mapped with your excel data. So this is the excel data. The first row is always header. This header is all about your field names, and this same name supposed to be added into the your mail merge a field as a mail merge field. So our backend will read all this data and map the values according to this field names. So this is a sample word template, and this is a sample excel data. So yeah. So the second action would be getting a word template from your desired location, and the third action will be our PDF4me Mail Merge action. And here these two are coming from your first action, because this is data file content, data file names. Your data file is from this action. So when you click on this text field, you can see this get word template file. When an excel file is created like a group header, from here you can choose whatever the properties available, you can map it here. Your file content is already mapped, and here this is a file name. This file name is already mapped here, and this is template file data. Template file data should be coming from this action. So when you click on this text field, you can see get word template file. This produce only file content, so you added file content here, and name you can add any name, and the extension must be correct, otherwise this will throw an error. So the docx is a template for this file content, so it should be a docx. And this action will produce a multiple document as output. So whatever you add to the next action, like this, if you add an action, automatically this apply to each window will appear. Inside this you can add any action. So this means if this mail merge action produce 10 documents at a time, this apply to each functionality will work for 10 times. So what is this case is that this once this mail merge is done, it produce a word file, and in this case we wanted to convert to pdf. Each file we need to be converted to pdf, and finally I wanted to store into my own dropbox storage place. So what I did is, once I added this I added a convert to PDF action here, and this file content and file name is coming from the previous action from mail merge with data file, and this file name also I get it from the same group, and I added here, and this produce a PDF output, and I wanted to store this PDF output into Dropbox. So here I have mapped my previous action outputs. This file name is from previous action convert to PDF, and file content is also from convert to PDF. So this is all about the workflow which I created for this demonstration purpose. And yeah, now I show you a live demonstration. I have a template already available in my Dropbox location. So this word template.docx was already mapped. If you yeah, in this workflow I have mapped this template already. Now I have created one folder for input and one folder for output. So I have an excel, and I'll drop this excel as a input. It's yeah, I think it's uploaded. Okay, let's see. Here you can go and check whether your flow is running or not. Yeah, it's running, and once you clicked on this running, you can see what's happening. Yeah, all actions are success, so your flow ran successfully. Now you can go back and check your output folder. You see these two documents are produced, and these two documents are produced and converted to PDF, and that is saved into the output file. And when you click on this document, you can check yeah, the name, city, postal code, and country is mapped properly. I show you the Excel data for comparison. Yeah, the first document is produced with first row item, and the second document is produced with the second item. So like that, it will produce multiple documents according to your template and convert it into PDF. And one more point to say is, we have a limitation of having only 10 row items can be converted to PDF in a one API call, because of we have the network and HTTP limitations. And in case if you don't have this limit, if some user try 1000 or 2000 rows at a time, then it will crash. So they won't get any response, and something is not useful to anyone. So we have this limitation. So one API call can produce 10 documents at a time. This is what the concept. And whenever you drop a file, you just ensure that you have only 10 row items. And even though if you have more, it will pick only top 10 from the list. And the columns, you can have a number, and that's not, there is no limit for that, and according to your template. And your template may have a main number of pages. That is also doesn't matter. It can be anything. Yeah, so that's all about Power Automate and PDF4me combination of producing multiple documents using mail merge functionality. I hope this helps. Thank you so much.